to overcome what KRU have done as a collective throughout this bracket run.
We might see that duelist head-to-head made manifest here nice and early. Pop flash through, full aggression. It's the aggro chord for, but it's a knife to push them back as a result of it. And look at KRU stomping all the way up. Listen, there's no hiding the intent from this one. Nosworth has to expect that this play is occurring, dashing straight into the face of a few of them. Nosworth, an attempt to answer back once more, still 2 versus 2. It's what we're left with.
Not bad from MIBR, to be honest, because KRU had the right reaction. But now the KRU players have the opportunity to take the initiative. Looking to try to catch the timing.
Walking all the way up, crouch peek into it. Aspas missing that first shot, but just spots it. Flash and a re-swing! Blind as anything. And Aspas is left to do it all. 40 HP. Sheriff in hand. Hello! Chances, opportunities. Fires the shot off. Goes picked up, but cannot adjust and flick to the side in time. Zeno, cheeky reposition. Catching Aspas unaware.
And a confident re-peek as well. KRU are such a difficult team to play against when they're confident, when they are playing fast and aggressive and taking all of the space that you give them. This round, they got pushed in A main and they just ran up mid. They were like, okay, we know exactly where to react to. It's a good start from Nosra as well, who had a really rough performance on Bind. He needs to be keeping that up. But KRU take the pistol. And that is going to delay Aspas getting an operator. It's, you know, it doesn't just have the benefits of getting them 1-0 up, probably 2-0 up.
He's looped his way around the side. Trying to adjust, and he hits it. Okay, dash. Gets him out of dodge. The confidence is there.
KRU, they're allowed a couple of deaths, because they have a couple of players that only went with their pistols. But you don't want to lose people early on without being able to trade things out. A 4v5 that's a raw one like this, where they don't take space off the back of it, that's going to be difficult for KRU. So this one goes underneath the bridge.
Styler down, stun as well. Just going to clear out that back section in case there was a player there.
So large commitment of Astra utility. And the KO nade. MIBR were pretty far off this site, but they've got double sheriffs. It's Nosra and Aspas you're looking at.
All playing off site?
That's a choice.
Yeah, cliffside plant. I mean, they're going to have to opt into spamming, I suppose, facing together, hoping that the guns really do save the day. Aspas was lurking out from behind.
But he's decided not to commit.
No committal still, that Sheriff. Nosra's doing work with it. Eventually he's going to be falling. Shaynum! He's gone, and Aspas is miles away. Creeping behind here. And a reposition of Zeno. Fully anticipating, fully expecting.
And winning another 1v1 against Aspas.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. I mean, both of these players pretty familiar with each other as well. MIBR now with an opportunity, though, to get rifles on board. And they did a lot of damage to the economy of KRU. I said that KRU could afford to have 2 losses. It's going to mean they come into this one with far less weaponry to work with. But crucially, not that operator available for Aspas on defense. So he's going to be rifling for a while yet.
A little bit of danger into the bonus. Despite everybody, almost everybody falling at the end there for KRU in that prior round. And as you mentioned as well, Josh, the money not really good enough to get the operator in the hands of Aspas.
He's still going to be looking for fights over towards mid, though.
Same setup.
His rifle aim is so good that it's about as dangerous as an op. Artazine playing in front of where all of this util is coming for him. He's got to find value.
He's spotted. Has to drop back and try and play the retreat. Not finding that time in a util. Still standing his ground. Wins it versus Kesnid. Pop flash through, didn't even quite connect onto them. Still tap in ajar with a movement. Almost going even. Orb drop down at their feet. There's about 55 seconds left into the round. And what's your play? If you are KRU, can you even evacuate out of this when the drone sees all?
Caution here.
Look for Shy. Looking for Shy to make the play. Shy is absolutely the playmaker in this spot. He's used his orb to get across.
Trip at his feet.
He can hop up silently here, though.
Yep. Oh, a thief in the night. He might just be absolutely about to work them, but he needs to win the opening fight out there versus Nosworth. Just not quite happening still. Sheriff in their hands. This time, though, rifles prevail for MIBR.
A way better beginning for Noswa here. But it's Ardazine, I think, that really is the difference maker in this round. He was caught completely out. I mean, look, he's trying to escape there. He's getting run down by Kesnet. He turns around the corner and realizes there's Astra Util, KO nade in his face. He's like, uh-oh, I gotta fight this. Yep. And he still manages to whip back around and win the fight against Kesnet. That's a tough position to play, but he does the job to get MIBR on the board.
Flash in the dark, nothing to break that one, of course, because anybody who could was blinded up. Deep knife against the back wall. So 3-1-1 in terms of how KRU are choosing to play it, just trying to lurk these players up towards mids.
The drone counteracts that potential lurk timing, though.
Yeah.
And I thought they'd be running some defense Cypher utility on A, but instead, they're just having Ardazine jump peek this. And that's a little worrying, because Kesnet's sharp with these. Ardazine, whenever this wall goes up, has got to try to get info. You see him here flashing. Going for the little jiggle. It's a tough spot to play.
Pulled all of the util out of him, though.
But also, KRU have not really taken too much map control as yet.
Slowly working their way back over. Now the knife is going to be coming back online. In fact, Ardazine has it, so timing is everything here.
And Adverso's going to look for a Soverall on the engage.
Just what's out. Knife's going to be connecting. Dash forwards. An engagement. Core 4. Kesnet wants to try and take this fight, face them, but it's just spraying and praying into the smokes. Of course, it's predictable. There's only one choke point which they're going to be trying to get their way through, but still, one way to shut it down. 20 seconds left.
Yeah, this is a save, and Shy only has a Guardian as well, so it sucks for him. He's been on the lurk through mid the entire round. Didn't realize no one was worried about it because of the trip that's inside his orb. Now that he's learned about that one, though, you can start shocking it at the beginning of rounds. Look, you see them pinging it out on the minimap.
Yeah, they're thinking about it.
He's like, all right, boys, my lurk got no value this round because of this trip. I need you to get rid of it for me.
Toxins going up.
But MIBR did a good job. You can see some of their ideas here. The trip to deny the mid lurk. Ardazine using flashes and using his knife to get info over towards A. And this is going to start a bit of an info battle. Here's the replacement trip that's coming through.
Wasn't quite in the smoke. I mean, the second one was, but yeah. Kesnet just distracted. There's a lot to account for there.
And we're watching from Ardazine's point of view. Bear in mind, Shannon popped his own smoke to play around on site too. All right, so look at this. The shock dart's going to come through to break a trip that was there last round. Now it's tucked around the corner. So a slightly worse trip for the defense, but at least it stays up.
Yeah.
Here.
And Aspas' job is to defend these smokes, and he doesn't quite realize it, but the hordes are coming.
Yeah, and they're going to come knocking. Going to try and open this one up. They're accounting for the peak anyway. Dropping him in his tracks. And now is it full speed ahead? What is the call? Oh, the dash is just shy, just short of the mark. Kesnet, no safety to be found inside of his own smoke there. Running rings around his players. Did they hear the sound?
They definitely heard.
Oh, they heard each other. Yep. And Ardazine, gun ready. And waiting. KRU left to scramble. How can you salvage this time around? You're just opening yourselves up way into these angles. Just the slightest of off angles. There was that trade inside of the Hunter's Fury as well. There's just another thorn in their side. Potentially the win con.
And Shy, he's where the defenders are buying guns.
This is a weird round.
He's completely flipped the map, and he's got very little chance of converting this. He has no info about where Cortesia or Ardazine are. He just knows that they could be anywhere, basically.
30 seconds left.
He's got the benefit of his wall to play around over towards A, but this is full discipline by MIBR. I mean, you just look at their positions. Hit up plant. Creeping forwards, double face. Up, there was a chance. That's all it will remain.
And that would have been a nightmare had MIBR allowed it to occur, but even with as good as Shy has been playing, he couldn't quite land that 1v2. So MIBR take the lead here. What a strange occurrence on the flank over there with...
Just all over the place.
Yeah, Ardazine and Adverso just kind of running into each other, both hearing each other.
Yeah.
Bizarre. But also showcasing that MIBR are willing to abuse the fact that KRU are not running a hard sentinel. There are no trips on the flank. And that's something that NRG never really did when they played against KRU. They didn't push deeper than the Viper wall. They didn't full clear out A and try to flank them. Already you can see some of these ideas, and now heading into attack timeout from KRU gives MIBR another chance to just touch base and figure out what they want to do with Aspas's favorite weapon, because the op is now online.
Built up enough for the bank. That's going to be another variable that KRU are going to need to deal with.
And it should be predictable. Enough players died on MIBR, and you can see their economies out of control, basically.
Yeah.
So KRU are going to know that this is a possibility. But where is he going to play? Aspas has generally been playing around mid, but he's going to get double smoked off if he starts around at mid, so that would be really unusual. Is he going to fight A main with a Viper wall in his face? That would also be pretty weird. So KRU's Viper comp does somewhat kind of incentivize the operator to start B, but you don't want to always play to KRU's tune. Yeah.
Exactly.
Aspas is going to take it over onto the A site, and he's going to, by the look of it, try to play this top box position with the op, where he can actually get on the other side of the Viper wall. So that seems like quite a nice position to play against KRU's setup.
Yeah, Kickoff Artisan's flash as well, which is the way that they've been trying to play it. Very spread, slow siege approach here by KRU.
And not only that, Aspas can actually see over the top of the Viper wall here.
Interesting.
Recon dart, drone going out over towards B, breaking a trip, really trying to make it feel like there's heavy B pressure. Aspas, he's not budging.
No. Right, they can hear all the noise being made by KRU.
One thing that would put a bit of a wrench in the plans for MIBR would be that Cosmic Divide. And in fact, things are moving. It is hitting the B site. They have broken a trip already, and Cortesia, I don't think he realizes, but he's going to be under enormous pressure here.
He's hard committed. There's no retreat from this angle. Get a kill, and you got to stand your ground as well from the follow-up. Flash up into his face. Can't see a bloody thing. Updraft, dashing away. Knife tags. Targets in his face. Just can't quite land it. Open sight, never to push back this plant.
KRU shouldn't be playing too many people off site here because of the smokes that are still online for Xenon. But they're only leaving Mazzino in this spot.
Could be dangerous. Artisan on the flanker again. Kesnit. It's another one.
Well, 3v5. This might not even be a retake attempt, to be honest.
Not with the op, no.
Yeah, Aspas with an op in hand. Even though the money is good for MIBR, the chances of success are just so low, and you're going to be powering up the pit and the null command. KRU, I think, were one of the teams that demonstrated some good on-site post-plant positioning. I think there is a slight worry that, to me, that they're falling off-site so much here. Because there's a chance that MIBR could still get back into some of these rounds. But it is helping them deal with the flag, right? They had so many people back there. Even if Artisan had not fallen to Kesnit, there would have been another, 3 players for him to get through.
I should play some Astral Stars in this.
But all right, that round chalked for MIBR. The score 3-3.
Right there.
But KRU used their Cosmic Divide, which was their biggest tool at being able to get around Aspas's op, in my opinion. Aspas, though, moves it around, and he's starting on B.
Slow play from KRU. Again, nothing out of the ordinary. They don't really want to be going fast into this one, seeing if they can poke and prod, find where these setups are. Ideally, find where Aspas is. Trying to hide his presence. Nobody to break this drone, just himself. So has to reveal the hand.
Noswa actually tried to body block the Viper orb at the start of this round, and so I think it's a bad smoke in mid, but that doesn't matter.
Flash! This is exactly the type of stuff that was throwing NRG off. They were trying to play ahead of the Viper wall, but the underhanded flashes in play. Noswa in for the back, trying to grind up a win con. Melzer. Oh, he tried to dish it out as well. Cortese just catching him there, and here it is. Viper ult, Neural Theft revealing quite a bit at the locations of these KRU players.
Another enormous flank coming through from Cortesia.
Yeah, and it's all relying onto that, I think. Shock darts doing the damage. Quick tap, flash through, snake bites! What is occurring? They're trying to flip the map and take it away from them still. Aspas trying to take it straight to them, rifle in hand! That's what you get! Dude, Aspas, man.
Cortesi was on the flank, he wasn't even required, he came jogging up like,
Well,
everything all right, mate?
The map is so big, you're like crossing a continent. By the time he gets that kill, the fight's already won.
Aspas is playing for his life. Starts with an operator, gets a pick, goes inside of his cloudburst, swaps over to a rifle. Bit of a problem here though. KRU were in a 5v3 and they somehow let it slip.
Great adjustments.
And the KRU players cannot allow Aspas to live for that long. He's going to be able to get his operator back online too. Take a look at this little interaction in mid though at the start. Nozwa is trying to headbutt the Viper Orb.
Really,
I think he's done it again.
Yeah, it's slightly ajar. Lovely bit of counterplay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very interesting. Ashru up and over, drone as well. It's going to be spotting a multitude of targets, but with the nade at your feet, Aspas cannot take the peak that he was hoping for. So with that reveal, and now the plant actually committed. Dash not active yet. Aspas holding on to it. It's going to be those no commands emanating out from both of these players. See what they can get done. No abilities to work with. Just going to take it up straight up in these fights. Raw gunplay needs to do the job. Quick scope to answer back. Kesnet will be taken out here. Smokes in your face, making it slightly awkward. And everybody offside again. We spoke about it. Could be a problem for KRU if they try and opt into this play. Tap, got to force that pull out. First wave of things. Rare whiffage. Aspas up and around. Drafted away. And sky high. Just slicing and dicing.
What an insane ace from Aspas. He's going for the retake with his operator. He's barely able to hold angles for the rest of his teammates, having to wait out Mazzino's null command the whole time. You can see it in the back of his head. He's like, I want to pop these knives, I want to pop these knives. And then when he does, death from above, so high up. Got a great angle on both of those players. Adverso and Melzer have no chance. What an ace.
That's a bye-bye power. Hashtag unlock your ace. Lots of giveaways to be happening, but we're straight back into it. That's the kind of star power you get with a player like Aspas. Just takes control of a round almost single-handedly.
And he's knocked KRU's economy down. Kesnet looking to respond, needs something of his own. But Ardazine is here with his 0 point. I mean, he's just waiting to throw it, knowing how Kesnet's going to scale. Knives are gone.
All the way ahead, and most of these smokes as well. You can just try and poke and prod onto the corners of these angles. This is fast and rapid. Trying to shut down this play.
Knives are back.
Swarming them.
Knives are gone.
It got a bit awkward. It got a bit awkward.
Oh. Great read from MIBR though. They knew where the hit was coming through. They knew that Kesnet was going to be looking to get active with the Blade Storm. And Ardazine, he goes down with a ship, but he shuts down the star player that could really have done the damage. That combo of Shenom anchoring on this right-hand side with Ardazine on the other has been actually a really effective counter to what KRU have tried to do on A.
Already into the round once more. Getting started.
Big
It's going to be a
clash.
clash occurring. Yep. Out through B. Made. Oh my, underhanded. Can you adjust the aim in time? Just the one. Stalemate called for.
Ardazine is going to realize that they weren't going for a full B hit there. That was just a default, because otherwise he would have run into more players and probably been traded. The very fact that he's alive is going to have his IGL brain realizing they don't want to be over-rotating to B.
Give Aspas an inch and he will take a mile.
Oh, the dash into the smoke as well, using his opponent's smoke as cover.
Trying to stay active, trying to be aware. The Viper's Pit might cause some concern. It's definitely going to cut up the angles where Aspas could get that value. You can see him just trying to anticipate pre-aiming possible positions, hoping that he gets lucky.
The plant tap is the biggest problem here, because, oh, Ardazine.
Oh, just spotting him. Out in the open, Melter's there to respond. 2v3, tapping away. Got to anticipate that that's going to be a fake. 24 seconds left.
Here comes Cortesia from behind. Do they even think about this?
Middle. Do they think about it? The question inside the smoke for melts it. Not too much you can do there, Shy. So 1v3, skipping, hopping straight through, but an immediate answer. Sniffing out where Shy could be playing from.
Really good protocol there from MIBR towards the end as well. Have one person go in and Aspas ready to hop in with the shorty to get the trade kill. Very tough for Shy to clutch in that spot. A nice idea from KRU, honestly, though. Once they were already down in a 3v4, the pit was probably the only way that they were going to be able to win it. But so far, it has been rough. KRU got the pistol and round 6. And other than that, MIBR have been completely in control. Aspas 15-3. We needed a star performance from him if MIBR were going to come back in this match. And he has delivered.
Isolate them and kill them.
A historical head-to-head. Aspas versus Kesnet. Battled many times, but it's Aspas who's won it 5 times versus Kesnet's 1.
You are divided.
Now we're going to see him once more tested. Up onto the corner. Perched up. Time to strike is nigh. Missing the anticipation there. Hunter's Fury to supplement this. It's quite a lot to add into this exec.
Last time they ran an execute like this, Cortesia got caught, and the rest of MIBR ended up saving. KRU with aggressive post-plant positions, not allowing MIBR a chance to come back through.
This is up close and personal, Mazzino. Oh, wait, flash for flash. Hold on! He's won the timer now. Artisan just can't get a second one, though, and Shy quick on the trigger. Tap, tap with the feet. Kesnet staying alive and active. Aspas, though, in a 1v3 now. Hello. Just not giving the easy option, is he?
It's a good exec from KRU. They get in, Cosmic Divide, find a pick onto Nozru, who's trying to play his timing. And then they're all pushed up, ready to play off each other. KRU can still recover this half. But it was their attack side on this map that looked the most dangerous. And it's not like Bind, in my opinion, where KRU individually were looking bad at the beginning. I think KRU still look pretty decent on an individual level here. It's just that the ideas are not really working in the same way.
Another fast play. They're going to be meeting, though. Head to head. Just the cam to take that first spot, so nothing out of the ordinary, at least for KRU. They're going to be thinking, hold on, that's a drone. You got to updraft dash just to get the hell away from it. Nothing to try and break it. Still plenty of players. Target rich is the environment. Cortesia wants to hold that down and hold down the ground. The line stepped over. Happy to shut them down and away. Shorty in hand. Why not? It's getting scrappy and messy, but I mean, final round of this first half.
A 5v2. KRU cannot find enough. Mel's flank dealt with as well. He ran into that same trip from Cortesia. And MIBR put together an 8-4 half. A wonderful response to getting shut down in the second half of Bind. Bit of wind behind their sails and a flawless end. The little interplay between Aspas dashing away and Cortesia moving forwards, it's lovely to see. But I don't think you're going to be able to get Aspas carrying with an operator in the next half. So different questions here for MIBR. If the KRU need a pistol here, and they've been good on the pistols. If they want to be able to get back into this one, I think they need a couple important things to go well for them, and it does start here. This looks like, if this is the real starting positions for MIBR, this looks like a hard read on KRU going fast A.
Careful you don't press the S key.
Yeah.
That's 3 players on a precarious position. Just the 2, actually. I can't count.
You never did well in elementary school, did you?
I really didn't, no.
Well, KRU are pushing out here.
Trying to face this head on. Underhanded with a flash. Oh my goodness!
There's the prep. It just works perfectly. Even though Aspas was blinded up, Shannon wasn't.
He was able to respond. Ghost in hand. Looks to Shy to step up as well, see if he can pick apart any of these MIBR players that are just holding their ground. Straight down, hitting that spike drop down, but immediately picked up.
Ardazine's already deep on B. This was an extraction process to get the spike, but if Ardazine dies...
Way up! Ardazine's missed the ang.
Then suddenly, B site becomes a little more dangerous. Adverso can take all this space. Can he make the play to win the pistol? KRU need it.
Here's the footsteps. Shot dart just about missing there, but the dart ricocheting potentially off across the back. Too much to overcome. Nozwa tapping away their classic in hand. Zeno's only got 6 health to his name. Got to make a play for this round, but at this point, Pure impossibility. Need to be offered and handed mistakes from MIBR, and they're not in the mood to be giving that away for free. Aspas plucks him away.
And if there was a hope for KRU in this map, it would have had to be with that pistol, I think. This is going to be so tough for KRU to get back in. MIBR with the weapons to take them up to double digits. Oh, what a nice preparation. I think overall in this game, you've seen that MIBR are putting serious thought into how to beat KRU. The ante is really present. You see it on that pistol round setup where Aspas and Shenom are waiting, anti-flash. It didn't necessarily work on Bind, but the demonstration of the thought is still there, and the preparation.
It's definitely enough to set them up nice and early with that pistol round win, guns in the hands. Full presence, a 4-1 split. Trying to make their mark known here with Aspas leading that charge. Just popping heads all over the place.
They're all dead.
Yeah.
Oh, and the peak inside. Oh, maybe not the peak inside the smoke.
Yeah.
Melza maybe not quite identified there.
Drifting in and out.
Gets away with one.
Still, can't imagine he's going to be getting away with too much more. 7 bullets. And that is crispy business.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Yep. One day his spacebar is going to break, and that's going to be a disaster.
Well, who did we see that did that in the middle of an exec just recently?
I don't know.
It was a game I was watching, I think, a couple of days ago. Somebody mid-exec just falls into the pit on A. I could have sworn it was Aspas, actually.
Was it Valen today?
Oh, you know what? I think it was MIBR when they were playing against EG.
Ah.
When I went back and rewatched that game. Aspas, middle of an A exec, just falls into the pit. But here we go. A bonus round that looks incredibly deadly for MIBR. Almost everyone with a rifle.
Just spotting. Slightest of body shy with a reposition now. Quick drone as well. These players are in! Oh man, nothing to account for them, nothing to push them back and away. Hold on, nade. That did not go where you wanted it to. Still running forwards. Unaccounting for these positions.
He's just expecting the whole of KRU to be playing a retake spot there.
Listen, they're trying to double face this one up. Aspas had to do a lot there from that spot. Just all the more unlikely. Cam out wide. Bodies falling. One player left to stand. It's Shenom with the Guardian up in his hand. Looking sky high. That's going to be a late start. Half earned for Shy. That's WinCon's earned as well. Gives him a lot of outs to try and play into this round. And wrap into the side to 4-piece. Shy. Glimpse back at that domination that he just was letting loose on Bind.
And he doesn't have to rebuy armor, so we'll be able to get a bit more weaponry going. He even gets a sheriff to toss to a teammate, but considering how sloppy that was from MIBR...
A lot of mistakes.
The fact that they still managed to kill 4 is real rough for KRU. Because it keeps the KRU economy incredibly honest. You see, Ardazine has got a read that KRU are not applying any defense over towards that cliff jump-up spot. He just ran through there with nary a care in the world.
Deep with the orb and a deep placement as well. Shy is making sure to hold down. Middle section of mid.
Do they have a clue about this?
Doesn't look likely. Oh, wait a minute. That tagged onto Shy. What is that?
No way.
That tagged onto him. Just instinct at work here. MIBR definitely trying to work the map as well. Even Aspas to take point. Flash in his face. Crossing back over.
Ardazine's been getting pretty aggro over towards B and caught this round.
The door broken open. There's one more layer of defense for it. They will hear this before Cortezia can even get much done.
It feels quite individual here from MIBR,
Yeah,
though.
it's almost like the plan has gone to pot. At this point, looking for any sort of opening. There's only, less than 40 seconds left.
So this is going to end with a bit of an A split, but I can't really tell whether Aspas or Cortezia are who's going to be the player that goes for the split.
Exactly. Who's the impetus? Who's going to get this ball rolling? Dash active. We're walking up most of the round here. Dash forwards into the smoke on top of it. Now Aspas does have the knives to play around with, but 17 seconds left. Open towards the A site. He's the front section. Earns himself that gun.
And Cortezia did a great job of being able to pick up that site anchor early. When Kesnit fell, made all the difference, and Aspas has got an iron grip on heaven.
Just here's a drop down, I think. Mazzino was on top of the box and chooses that as the timing to try and take it. Verso, pixel angle, trying to play with it. But he's on top of the box, and that is a lovely one. Didn't see it from his perspective, but looked rough to try and wrangle that shot together. 2 versus 3. This is slow going so far for KRU, but with that player advantage, possibilities for them. And now just the one once more. Shanum tries to stand up to them, but Rifle in hand can't do too much more.
There's a lot of aim diffing going on in this round.
Yeah.
Adverso in particular with the Guardian does an incredible job of being able to outplay Aspas and then Sova diff Nozwa. If Nozwa had won that duel, he got the Sova ult online. And he's in a post plant with Sova ult. It would become very tough.
We'll see this one. Oh,
that's lovely.
Yeah, a little micro adjustment.
Great round from Adverso. KRU need their individual skill to be online. It's one of the big reasons why they've been able to turn around this bracket run. After a limp opening against Loud.
Long way to go yet, though, for KRU. Still 4 rounds behind, but the money looking tight. Great chance for them to rack up a few more. Even that gap.
Shy's orb there is really nice for going for mid-re-clear strategies. You pop the orb, throw in a drone or go for a peek. Acts as a nice one-way for you to very regularly go and recheck mid.
Cosmic Divide up into their faces. Aspas, hello. He's active. Back into the fight. It's a flash into the back as well, just to try and make sure that Aspas can play off of this, but he's hard committed onto the top section. There is Chaos into the mix, into this round. Shy is going to be trying to thrive in it. Weaving back and forth with smokes and walls. Cortese up top as well. On top of it, Shy cannot be toppled. Sky refuses to be removed, but finally will go down. That's a cheeky position to be taken. 1 knife to his name. Aspas needs a gunner, an upgrade or anything. A refresh in order, shot darts to the side, and he missed it. His last chance, he's only got the shorty. And good luck to you.
Trying to bait out the shots with the Outlaw. I don't know how you could possibly win this round. It's the most unwinnable spot any player's ever been put in.
Yeah, I mean, he's giggling. He's 25 and 6, he's giggling, he's like, there's touch.
The greatest of all time player, potentially. 25 and 6 with a shorty.
Yep.
Then it is a fair fight.
Yeah, don't think so.
No.
Don't think so.
Oh, God.
And it will eventually go down.
That round genuinely got a little bit close there. Squeaky bum time for a moment. When Shy pops his Viper's Pit and then Nozwa gets the kill, Aspas still has knives up and there is danger. But KRU navigate it. And this next round is going to be the most important one. And for that reason, MIBR have taken a tactical timeout. This is the most unwinnable spot any player. Round 18, we're about to go in. An attack timeout called for MIBR, because if they don't win this, their economy is going to get wrecked again. And then the gap, it's only 2. I mean, potentially, because they're on an eco, it's only 1.
Exactly. It's going to be tightening between the two of them, and MIBR don't want that. That's why they call this timeout. KRU have found an in.
Kesnet has an operator. The defense also has Cosmic Divide to be able to work with. So any of these off-site post-plant ideas, well, Mel's is going to have to be dead if you want to be playing like that. So far, haven't really seen too much of a vision from MIBR on their attack. They're doing some half-hearted stuff towards mid and trying to lurk Artisine on B. And outside of that, they're just playing pretty spread without having too much coordination. All of those lovely ideas seem to have been stacked on their defense side.
Maybe just praying that maybe Aspas can just open up enough rounds once you switch over to the attack, but you're exactly right. I mean, you got to see a bit more thought put in.
If you have a game where Aspas is dropping 30 and you still lose, that's rough.
Problematic, yeah.
And that's entirely possible if MIBR lose this round.
That would not dissuade the Aspas and friends narrative. It's slowly going to be building. Drone broken. Don't know if it's all Kesnet. Might have tucked himself.
You got to expect it, though.
Yeah,
Anytime a drone gets broken that early, you're thinking the op is there.
Take flight.
Mid-round information for adversary.
They missed the timing on
They've missed
Cortesia.
the timing. He's all the way up, and he's removed Kesnet. Out of the fight, out of the picture. Neural theft as well for his troubles. Lay that one down. A quick peek from Medino. He can't find the body.
The movement!
God damn!
Aspas' movement is just so good.
Bro. It's like an eel in the water. Good luck getting a grip on him.
And Cortesia comes alive. Found the timing on a really fast mid-play. The rest of the players on MIBR baiting for him. Breaking the drone, drawing the attention. Wiggling through the air for Aspas as well. And Shy left. He's been amazing on the defense. Bind. Here on Abyss, he's been good too, but this is about as unwinnable as Aspas with a shorty in a 2v1.
I'm going to take him out.
There's a lovely strat coming out from MIBR. Fraud having that impact coming out of attack timeout.
Yeah.
We were talking about how important that one was. And they couldn't have found a better moment for their Cypher to come online.
See this
They
one from his
ruined what
perspective.
KRU was doing in mid.
No 360s, but still.
One enemy remaining.
It's a little bit of a Jira.
Little bit of a Jira,
I
is that
think
what
you
you're
can
thinking?
give that a Jira Aspas.
Yeah. Well, we missed a moment, but that's okay.
And look at the emotion difference there.
Instant timeout by KRU.
Yeah. KRU, I was framing it as a must-win round for MIBR, but it also was a must-win round for KRU. Because if they wanted to get a bit of a comeback started, that was an eco swing round for them as well. MIBR would have been pushed down. KRU could have got back within 2. Sometimes in a game, it can come down to 1, 2, a couple of major rounds where the ults and the economy swing in one direction or another. And Atom is trying to bail them out of a hole right now.
That's the major difficulty. Like you said, because the money is... KRU will be able to scrape together something potentially. Potentially, but...
It's not good, though.
It's not good at all.
Their economy is in a really rough spot here. Because they won a round and then... I mean, to be honest, they won a bunch of rounds in a row. I'm surprised their economy is in such a bad spot.
It's been getting pushed down to... Yeah, a lot of their players falling.
Yeah.
Coming to rebuy, adds up.
Now we've got Xenom with an attack side operator here. Something that we saw in our previous game that we just watched with G2 playing against Sentinels. Attack side ops really good on Abyss for being able to control defense aggression, which is the kind of thing you're expecting when KRU's economy's stuffed. This is bold from Cortesia.
Yeah, he is on an island. Time to start paddling. Don't know what raft you've got cooking, but okay, into the cam, doesn't matter. Hello! Hello! And that was realistically one of the only chances for KRU in this round.
Cortesia was feeling it there. He was going for the ace.
Remaining.
But MIBR going away with a really easy one here. And they get up to 12.
Yeah.
When you see that smoke at the top, I think alarm bells should be ringing a little bit in Cortesia's head, but he's so confident and so aggressive. One of the things you'll note when he's on defense is he loves walking up, taking space, pushing. And he tucks himself into the corner, relying on his excellent aim to be able to pick up 3.
One enemy remaining.
There you are.
Potential final round here. MIBR are going to look to close and get up to 13-7. Aspas at 28 kills. He's got the potential to drop a 30 bomb to get him across the line. And KRU, last chance.
Cage triggered.
MIBR set their sights over towards B once more, because it's been where the success has lied. Slowing it down. Posturing a little bit with the util.
Once more, Adazine trying to create pressure over towards that cliff jump up.
Did that get spotted? It might not even matter.
Look how easily Adazine is getting up here.
In through the back, Melter. A lot to be asked for of this guy. Steps up to that challenge.
Down B.
And just like that, shoes on the other foot. Xenom, yeah, doesn't. You do not want them to be grabbing that. Not
KRU.
on the defense.
Yeah, KRU's economy is stressed.
I have this fight.
They're not going to be able to afford it. What a play by Melzer, though. Coming out of the attack timeout from Atom.
Oh.
Atom presumably talking about how to anchor against that B site hit. Melza's tucked underneath the bridge and then swings back out. Tanked a ton of damage in that position, by the way, but was able to catch the timing onto Ardazine and Aspas. Ardazine thinks it's free. He's been doing that since round 1. It's part of their game plan. I mean, round 1 of this half.
Yeah.
Another timeout. Back-to-back-to-back tag timeouts.
Yeah, I mean, this is a slow burn towards potentially the tail end of this map. A lot of room to talk about it. I mean, both of the teams and coaching staff's going to be trying to come up with solutions for this one because it has been back and forth.
KRU were mostly playing B retake kind of style at the beginning of this half. So Frod may have realized, okay, clearly guys, we just ran into a stacked B site. They know that we're going to be heading over in that direction. They're putting bodies on the site. So then what's the adaptation? Is that going to open up mid? Does that mean we can go for a fast A exec? And Atom has to try to preempt the plan that Frod is currently cooking up. Does that mean something fast from KRU? Rip the initiative away from this Brazilian team? Still a gigantic task for KRU to get back into this map.
Exactly, so 4 rounds is what stands between KRU getting to OT, potentially standing a chance in this map still for MIBR. Obviously them calling that timeout, they are feeling that pressure to a degree. They want to try and close this one out here and now before the money gets too bad, before give KRU too many more ins.
Out there.
It's going to be mind games occurring here. Round 21.
Kesnit suppressed, trying to take a fight over towards A main with a flash.
Quick peeks over towards mid. A couple of jump spots occurring from KRU's side of things, but they're going to use that drone. Mid-round information, gets the tag that he was looking for. Spotting out Aspas. It's going to spell out MIBR's game plan at least. Slow look towards mid. Cage down. In a spam, stray bullets, no targets to be found. No sort of connection, but
Cortesi has found another timing. Shine moved his Viper orb. It wasn't in mid for them to be able to hold on. It's in A main this time. But the spike is going B.
And they just take the initiative. KRU realize that he's going to be lurking down there, and they barrel down the door anyway. Still, MIBR back over towards B. Slowly creeping, crawling forwards. Melza with a potential opening. The 140 does not get it done. Shy quick with the answer. Still has to give up that space onto the side, but a 3 versus 4.
Shannon has to go for a play like this.
Yeah, risks in order. Necessary, in fact, and just about wrangles that rifle in control. Another repeat in order for him, but Aspas again from that high ground, not anticipating the corner and a twist and turns. He can't be going for that. Absolutely ridiculous. Ardazine.
The new IGL stepping up to close out map 2 and force us to go over to split where he'll be picking up his raise. He has found those excellent moments. What a 1v2 to close things out. Kesnit was just expecting him to be cowering somewhere else. And Ardazine delivers the Red Bull clutch. A really good map from MIBR there. I think they had very solid ideas of what to do against KRU, against the Viper, and showing that they can hang.
A well-earned third map there for MIBR. Staying alive in the tournament, keeping KRU sweating.
Map 3
to play for, man.
Map 3, we are going to have so many sick, aggressive moments from the double duelist potentially from Ardazine and Aspas against that defense that has normally been so great from KRU.
Yeah, a lot of questions, but we're going to get answers on the other side of this one. Do not go anywhere, because the culmination of this elimination game is going to be occurring on the other side of this.